What's up, everybody? It's the Agnosticator. I'm back on YouTube, at least for now. I really want to get back on here probably 2-3 times per week, depending on what my schedule is. I finally found a software that is easy to use, and the easier something is for me to do, the more I'm going to do it because I'm lazy. No, really seriously though, my computer does not have the processing power to do editing of videos, and the less editing I have to do, the more videos I'm going to put up on YouTube. So I want to start actually putting my podcast out in here too, in this similar format, and also another project I've been working on that I'll tell you guys about later. Today though, I found an excellent video for us to go through. This thing is just ridiculous, and it fits right in line with the stuff I used to do. The stuff I continue on to do on the Agnosticator, just religious bullshit. Really, it's just insane. So I thought I'd show it to you. This guy's name is Gordon Klingenschmitt. He is a Christian fundamentalist. He runs his own little radio show. I don't even know what it's called, but it's just insanity. So you guys probably know the new live-action Beauty and the Beast is coming out, I think, this weekend. I don't know. I don't really follow it all that much because I'm not really into it. My wife is all crazy about it. She's going to see it this weekend. I think she bought her tickets like 3 months ago or something like that. It's crazy. So she's going with her sisters this weekend. She's really excited, but if you've been following it, there's been some controversy regarding some characters in it. Now, so it's the first openly gay Disney character. And obviously, conservative Christians flipped out about this because of, well, their history with homosexuality. They believe it's a sin. So this guy, Gordon Klingenschmitt, and by his face you can see it's a very apt name. I would expect somebody who looks like that to be named Gordon Klingenschmitt. And he had some really insightful things to say about it, so let's take a listen.
Gad had tweeted of the news, quote, "But it is a nice, exclusively gay moment in a Disney movie, beyond proud of this," end quote. Beyond proud of this. Notice that
what's wrong with that?
They're proud of this.
Again, what's wrong with being proud of it? I mean, to normal, everyday people, this isn't really that big of a deal. Not to say that it's not cool that a Disney character, the first Disney character to be openly gay, is going to be coming to the big screen or whatever. But normal people don't look at this and say this is an outrageous thing. They look at it and say, oh, okay. And then they move on with the rest of their day. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's cool for them because, imagine what it was to have been like for the first woman to be in cinema or the first black person to be in cinema. You have the first openly gay character in a Disney movie. It's a pretty big deal, especially since Disney movies are more focused towards kids, so it's trying to teach tolerance to younger children, which is always a good thing in my opinion. But let's see exactly why this is such a terrible thing to Mr. Klingenschmitt.
And they're tweeting about this. And there's another gay scene at the end of the movie that we don't know about yet because it hasn't hit theaters.
And he's so excited for it, he's going to watch it. Oh my goodness, he's so excited. He just can't wait to see this extra hidden naughty scene. Oh my goodness. Seriously though, how many times do people like this turn out to be blowing some dude in the Wendy's bathroom high on meth? It's like, it's almost predictable at this point.
You know what? I don't want to know about it. I'm not going to go see the movie. I recommend a boycott of the movie. I recommend that parents, Christian parents of this homosexual children's movie, avoid having
homosexual children's movie. It's not a homosexual children's movie. It's a children's movie that has a homosexual character in it. The message of Beauty and the Beast is actually a really good message. It's one of the better Disney movies, in my opinion, or at least the original was, where it teaches you not to judge somebody by their outward appearance, but what's on the inside of them. Like, who they are as a person rather than what they look like. That's the message. It's a good message. And they're furthering this message by having an openly gay character. So you're not judging the person on who they are or what they do, rather, or who they're attracted to, but who they are as an actual person. It's not a homosexual kids movie. It's not like all these characters are just flaming gays. It's nothing like that. It's a children's movie that has a homosexual character. So try again. Let's see what else you have to say.
Having their children recruited into the homosexual agenda.
Recruited. Like I'm picturing like some sort of flamboyantly gay military unit with fantastic looking uniforms. I mean, if you, I don't know though. I mean, the military has these really sharp looking, well dressed, clean cut men all the time. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to recruit some homosexuals into that, would it?
Let's take a moment to discern the spirits. Now, in this fantasy movie, we don't have humans. I guess there's actors who pretend to be humans, but LeFou is an imaginary character. And
yeah, that's what movies are. Humans acting to be other humans and imaginary characters.
The guy that he's dancing with is an imaginary character. And yet the real people here, the director, Bill Condon, and the actor, Josh, whatever his name is, they're proud about this? So those are just the human actors behind the fantasy film, which is not human, it's celluloid, so to speak.
I'm pretty sure they're not filming this on celluloid. Just a hunch.
Behind the human actors, the Disney Corporation and the owners thereof are intentionally promoting sin to children. And when we discern through the moral lens of human interaction with the demonic spirits, pride is a demonic spirit. I mean, set aside the homosexuality. We know that sexual immorality is demonic. But what about pride? The very idea that, and we see this throughout the last decade, homosexuals proudly marching in the streets. Pride is the sin of arrogance that you're smarter than God, your creator. And if God made you male and female, but you want to be confused and you want to celebrate the sin of being sexually immoral, there is a demonic spirit of pride behind that scene.
There's a demonic spirit of pride behind a scene that shows two gay people in love. I'm wondering if this guy's proud of being a Christian, because wouldn't that also be the sin of pride, thinking that you're better than God? I don't understand. I think he's fundamentally missing the point of what gay pride is. It's not like it's a civil rights issue. It's wanting to be recognized as a legitimate thing, right? I mean, for years, people like this guy, Klingenschmitt, they've been saying that homosexuality is a disease or something to be ashamed of or something that you should never, ever, ever, ever be okay with. And now these people are just being proud of who they are. It's not like they're saying, oh, we're distinctly proud and prideful in our homosexuality. It's just trying to say we're proud about who we are as people, and we're not going to let you guys make us feel bad anymore about who we are, right? You wouldn't want me to make you feel bad about being a Christian, right? I mean, I might, because I'm against what you believe. I don't believe in it, and I think it's stupid. But it doesn't make you any less of a person or deserving of rights because you're a Christian, right? I mean, but you, on the other hand, would say that because somebody's a homosexual, they're less deserving of rights. Gay pride is about saying, no, we're not going to let that stereotype, we're not going to let that your idea of what we should be control who we actually are, right? Demonic spirit of pride, okay.
The Bible says this in Proverbs chapter 16, pride goes before the destruction, and a haughty spirit comes before a fall.
There was no comes in that quote that he just read. Maybe it was a Freudian slip because he's talking about gay characters. I don't know. I'm just making an observation.
There is destruction in the future of these people who cooperate with that evil. Let's pray.
Let's not.
Father in heaven.
No. We're done with that. So yeah, I saw this and it was just I couldn't believe it. So apparently, if you go see this movie, if you're a parent and you take your kids to go see this movie, you are actively allowing them to be recruited into the gay lifestyle, as if it's something that you become as you grow older. It's a choice that you make, and that people can influence you in that direction and convince you to be gay somehow. So, first of all, what I would like to ask Mr. Klingenschmitt is, when did you decide to be straight? And why don't you choose to be gay for a while so you can show us that as a choice? Because if you're truly heterosexual and you believe that being gay is a choice, prove it. Prove it. It would be so easy for you to do. But you won't do that. Or maybe you do in your spare time. I don't know. I'm just saying. But no, this isn't recruiting kids to be homosexuals. What this is doing is teaching kids tolerance. And this is a movie. Well, my 4-year-old is scared of everything, so I probably won't bring her to this movie because she would be scared of it. But this is something that I would want my child to watch because it's trying to teach her tolerance of people who are different than her, tolerance of homosexuals, tolerance of people to be, or allowing people to be, who they are, right? I think it's a great thing that Disney has an openly gay character. I think it's awesome. It's awesome. I think it's going to help teach kids to be more tolerant and accepting of others and more loving towards other people. It's not Disney trying to turn all of your kids gay. That's absolutely ridiculous, but we wouldn't really expect anything else from this guy. Anyway, that's it for today. That's really all I have to say about this video. Watch this channel for more videos coming out. I'm planning on putting at least a couple more out this week. And, they're going to range in topics from this sort of stuff to other religions, not just Christianity, science, philosophy, politics. I think I'm going to be putting up a political compass test just for the fun of it. I've seen a bunch of people take those. And also, if you want, I have a new project out now that I'm working with a good friend of mine. It's more toned down version of The Agnosticator. It's more professional, if you want to put that word on it. It's a podcast called Commoners Podcast. The channel is Commoners Podcast on YouTube, and it's at Commoners Pod on Twitter. You can follow that. I put an episode out on that about every 2 weeks, and we do a news and editorial segment every week. So that's really interesting if you're into more serious discussion about politics. If you want more of my reaction videos, shit posting, this is the channel that you want to follow. So you can see my Twitter handle right there, down that way, at The Agnosticator. Follow me on Twitter. Watch this space for new content because I am back, and I promise I'm actually going to start putting stuff up on here on the reg. So have a good one.